All right, we are good. So this is kind of like our part three of this promotion. Actually, kind of part four promotion Zoom series. The first one that we did was just about promoting in general and the mindset. So I'll send that to you guys if you don't have it already. I'll send it to your team, Cassie. Um, and then we did one about going executive, one about going Ruby, and then obviously this is going Emerald. And then the next one's going to be going Diamond. So super pumped because I just feel like we do the same things to promote. We post, we message, we add, we follow up. We do the same tasks, but there's things that change with each promotion. You change through each promotion. Your team's going to change through each promotion. So I felt like it was a good idea to kind of get more goal specific and chart specific on like what we actually need to do to promote. So that's kind of what we're talking about. And we have a ton of girls right now that are like inches away from going Emerald. So I think this is going to be super helpful for those people, and then the people that's going to be them next month, like when you are, holy crap, oh my gosh, I'm like this close to going Emerald. So first thing that I want to talk about is you guys are going to go Emerald. Like this is the Ruby is a big deal, obviously executive is a big deal, any promotion is a big deal, but Emerald, you start seeing those paychecks where you're like, oh my gosh, this really is real. Not that the $500 or the $200, but when you see a $900 paycheck or a $1,000 paycheck, that's when you really catch the vision. And that's why I think Emerald is one of the most important promotions ever, because you see that this paycheck can outgrow your current job, that you see that this paycheck can match your husband's income. And you're doing the same things you did to go executive. You're posting, you're messaging, you're adding, you're following up. We're doing the same tasks, and that does not change. The same things that I talked about to do in the executive video, those tasks don't change for the Emerald video. But what changes is your freaking paycheck goes from like $100 to $200 to $800 to $1,000, like nuts. So I just think Emerald is it for me. That was like probably my proudest promotion. It was like it was just one that it made it real that I could be successful with this. Not that I doubted myself um, before, but it just made it so much more like tangible. Because if you can go Emerald, you can go Diamond. If you can go Diamond, you can do anything. So Cheyenne Knox always says, pull up your promoting pants. And that's exactly what you have to do to go Emerald, because this is a scary promotion. Well, we think it's scary. And I'll talk about that in a second. This is one where your chart basically doubles. You go from you and three people to two rubies. Your chart basically doubles. And from like, I really think that going Emerald is one of the tougher promotions, especially right in that first stretch of your first promotions from like executive to Diamond. I think executive is very challenging because um, you have to evolve, and you have to evolve as a leader, and that's why it makes it so tricky, because some of us, we aren't leaders. We've never had a leadership position. We don't know what it is, what it really means to be a leader, and we just don't really know how to be in that driver's seat for other people. So I actually had the first little graphic erupting to Emerald, but a couple of my friends made fun of me. They're like, that sounds so bad, like erupting to Emerald. So I changed it to evolving to Emerald, thanks to Heather. She came up with that. So, and I was like, that makes way more sense anyways, because we really are evolving to Emerald. It's going to take a lot of change within you, not really change within your business, because we're still doing the same things, but just change within you. So this is the time where you just have to get over yourself. You have to just do it, and that's literally the hardest part. And it sounds so crazy. What's the secret to going Emerald? Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. And I know that just sounds like nuts, but it's like when you are in this promoting mindset and you are in this zone, you guys are going to do crazy things, and it's going to be like you're doing things that you don't even think that you could do in the first place, but you're just doing them because you're like, I made the decision to go Emerald, I'm going to go Emerald. I just pulled back an old video from Ashley Mayfield the month after she went ambassador. It was just a live she did on Facebook, and I can share it with you guys too. And I rewatched it, and a bunch of my team rewatched it too, and we got fired up because it was all about just the decision. She's like, if there were we want to know my one secret. Everyone asks the one secret to being successful, and it's just making that decision. And that's exactly what you guys need to do to go Emerald. For me, I did not make that decision until the 29th of the month, and the month ended on the 21st. It was March 29th, and I didn't make that decision to go Emerald until literally 48 hours. And I did it. And I was no one special before. I was making $200 before. I didn't know how to mass enroll before that. I didn't know how to lead a team before that. I just made the decision and things are going to fall into place. So that's where you start with going Emerald. You make the decision, you get over yourself, you throw all of your excuses out the window because you're going to have them. You're going to feel like, oh, I just can't do this because of this. This is going on. I can't do it. Okay, well, I'm going to do it next month. Okay, I haven't enrolled since whenever. I can't do it anymore. I haven't had an enrollment in a week. I can't do it anymore. Throw all that out of the window. Make the decision. You make the decision once, and then you make the decision every single day after that, because you're going to have struggles. You're going to have battles. And you don't know until you know. You don't know what it's like to go Emerald until you go Emerald. People get offended. So if you guys get your panties in a bunch like easily, you might not like some of the stuff that I'm going to say, but you don't know what it's like to work really hard until you work really hard. And a lot of new people come to me and they're like, I'm working really hard. And I'm like, you don't even know what it's like to work hard yet. And I don't mean that in a negative, in a mean, in like a hurtful way. It's just, you really don't know what it's like to work hard until you work really hard. And until you push yourself every single day, until you set a goal really high for yourself and you accomplish it, you really don't know what it's like to work really hard. I did not know what it was like to work really hard until I went Emerald. I did not know what it was like to people say go all in. People say to do all these things. I didn't know what it was like to go all in until I went all in. And it's just something that you don't know. So why don't you guys drop something, a one, a number, a yes, and I don't know, a hallelujah, an amen. If you guys have ever had anyone quit on you, just say like, yes. If you've ever had a teammate quit on you, if you've ever been like blocked on Instagram or Facebook, if you've ever had a customer cancel early, or a potential disappear, or a PDT say they're not doing it, or a PDT that signs with a different distributor, or a PDT that signs with a different company. Have you guys ever had any of those things? Have you guys ever felt like you're mad at your business? You've just like been just so frustrated, you're just like, I'm just mad at it. Or mad at your team. Have you ever been mad at your team before? Like, oh, I'm working so hard. Why won't they just work with me? Why won't they just respond? Like, have you ever been mad at the people that you're working with? Or it could be even be your upline. Why aren't they running with me? Why aren't you pushing me? Because I want to be pushed. Or mad at yourself for like maybe you get your paycheck on the 15th of the month and you're like, wow, I'm kind of pissed that I didn't work harder last month. Have you guys ever been mad at yourself for that, or mad at yourself for missing a follow-up, or mad at yourself for doing that? Then you guys are in the right spot. Okay? You're doing the right things, because that's what it takes to develop into a leader. You have to experience all of these things, because that's just how it is. And that's why you guys are going to go Emerald, because you're going to experience all these things. Not one person said no. There's like, everyone has experienced these same things too. I have. Jade has. Every single person, Ashley Mayfield, Cheyenne Knox, every single person has been saying yes to these same things, and they have got to where they are now because they didn't give up because of those things. I know sometimes we feel defeated and we get so mad just at the situation in general, and the way that you get past that is you just keep going. So that's what you have to do to go Emerald, because Emerald is, you're developing so much as a leader. You're going to experience harder times. You're going to experience more pushback with your business. Like you're just going to experience different things than when you were going Ruby. Also, you might be to the point where maybe you have been, I might be screaming. Carter text me. I'm just fired up, y'all. Maybe you have been in here for a while. Maybe. No, he did not. So I'm not screaming. We're good. Maybe you guys have been in the business for a while, or maybe you're brand new, but I'm talking to the ones that you have been in the business for a while. And sometimes you just see Emerald as a mountain, and you see it as just like if I was able to get there already, I would have been there already, because I've been in here for so long. You guys, you only hear the success stories of the people that go fast sometimes. You don't hear the stories of people that were stuck at Ruby for so long. I was stuck at Ruby for a couple months. I thought Emerald was impossible, but I just kept going. And then the one thing, just like Ashley said in that video, the one thing that changed from the time I was just dicking around as a Ruby and not really like, not that I didn't believe in myself, but not just that I hadn't caught the vision yet. The one thing that changed was I just made the decision. And that's what you just got to do. You got to make the decision. And I have heard people say, and I don't even know if I've really put it into words for myself, but I've heard people say this a lot. Well, I guess I have. And say, you can be honest, put yes in the chat if you've ever been scared of success. I've had people come to me and say like, I know I want this, but like I'm scared of success. Has anyone ever felt that way? Okay, I see some yeses. And this one I'm sure everyone is going to say yes to, but have you guys ever been scared of your number? Like, oh, I'm this much away from this promotion. I'm this much away from getting commission qualified. Have you guys ever been scared of your number? Okay, there's a whole bunch of yeses. This was an epiphany that I had on a podcast, and it was talking about people being afraid of success, and I feel like being afraid of the numbers is kind of just similar. But you are not afraid of success. You're not afraid of your numbers. You are afraid of the hard work that you have to put in to get to where you want to go. You're not afraid of your goal. You're not afraid of success. You're scared of the work because you know it's going to take more effort than what you're putting in now. You know it's going to take more from you, more from your team, more from everyone, more of everything. And you are not afraid of success. You know you want that success. You're afraid of the hard work. I've been there with triple. I've been staring at a triple chart for a year, and I'm like, oh, this is really scary. It's not that I'm scared of a triple chart. It's that I'm scared of the hard work and the dedication and the motivation that you have to do this every single day until it happens. And that's just what it comes down to, is you just got to get over it. Get over the fear, get over that. You're not scared of your goal. You're not scared of your number. You're scared of the hard work. And I think when I heard that, I was like, yeah, that's so true. That's so right. So remember that you're not scared of your number. Your number is not scary. Your numbers, like, they're not scary. They're numbers. Like, that there's nothing scary about a number, but what's scary is the work that you're going to have to put in to get there. And you know, the best way to like start getting over that fear is start knocking that number down. And you guys, I'll pull up a chart in a second and I'll talk about like how I do this, but we talked about this in the Ruby Zoom, but get married to your goal. And I'll say it now because we have like a whole bunch of more people on this one too. You have to get married to your goal. Get married to going Emerald. And what I was saying is, sometimes marriage is hard. Your promotion is going to be hard. You can't just, I mean, you could, but most likely you're not just going to like have a road bump in your relationship and be like, deuces, like, I'm peacing out. No, you're going to work through it. You're going to keep going. Same thing with this. You have to just keep going. How my mom takes me. Hold on, let me send this video, Callie. You just have to keep going, even through when you feel like just annoyed or when you feel mad. You just have to keep going. Same thing with a relationship. So get married to your goal. And when you get married to your goal, you're not just going to give up on it that easily, right? Like, all the time and effort and energy that you put into building this relationship, are you just going to walk away? I mean, maybe, but most people are not. Most people are going to figure it out. They're going to keep going. They're going to work through it. And same thing's got to happen with your promotion. So let's see. Let me screen share my iPad for a second. If I can remember how to do this, because it took me a second last time. Okay. Let me make sure I'm on the right Wi-Fi. A lot of people, well, you can just say yes in the chat for a second. If you guys want an Emerald paycheck, if you want to see that $900 paycheck, if you want to see all the first 4-figure paycheck, like, put a yes in the chat. Because everyone wants that, right? Like, I can't see the messages, but right now, because the way my screen share is, but everyone wants that. But not every single person's going to be willing to put in the work. And sometimes we look at other people and we look at other leaders we're like, well, we've been following them for so long, and especially like diamonds and doubles and triples. I know I've looked at like other doubles or other triples, and I've been like, well, if they've been double for a year, like, and they haven't moved forward, like, why can't I? It's not that they don't, because they can't, I can't. It's just that some people, everyone wants the cake, everyone wants to get there, but is everyone willing to do the work? No. That's why some people get stuck, because if they're scared of the work, they're not scared of the goal, they're not scared of anything else. They're just scared of the work. Okay, let me get this up here. So this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I hope this is sharing okay. So this is our lovely compensation plan. And you guys, once you understand the compensation plan, and I'm no compensation plan expert, y'all, this is something that, like all of our green friends, if you know anything about the color personalities, this is something that you can ask the green friends all the questions about. They'll know this in and out. They'll answer all your questions. I'm red. I like to make money. I like to just get things done. So I just know some very important pieces of the compensation plan that make me more money. So that's what I'm going to focus on here. If you guys feel, seriously go like read this whole thing, because I didn't for the longest time. And once I like understood how we made money and like the importance of like promoting and doing these things, like go read the compensation plan. Because the only things that I paid attention to before was like just like how to make money. Now that I read this, I know how to make more money. So I'm not gonna go over all of it, but I am gonna scroll down and talk about this right here. So this is basically showing the breakdown of like how we get paid differently at each rank. And if you guys will like zoom in on distributor, if you guys are a distributor right now, you're getting paid on your level 1 and level 2. And we talked about this on the other 2 Zooms, so I'm not gonna go into depth. When you hit executive, you're getting an extra 5%. When you hit Ruby, you're getting another extra 5%. So this is money. Like if you guys have people on your teams, and you have people on your teams that have people on their teams that have people on their teams. Like I know I had kind of a lot of people before I actually promoted, just from the way it works. Like you're missing out on money. Like I don't want to miss out on money. I want to make all the money that I can. But here's why it's really freaking cool to go Emerald. So let me see if I can actually put this on Good Notes so I can, let's see here, circle something. I did screenshot it on purpose. Okay, here we go. So let me just show you guys something. So as you can see, if we like follow these little lines, you're making like the extra 5% at executive, the extra 5% at Ruby, and then you're going to make this extra 5% at Emerald on your level 5 people. And that just means they're 5 levels down from you. But then here is like the reason you need to go Emerald ASAP. You're missing out on money, because if you look here, level 6 through infinity, Emerald bonus level, you're getting, so if you're Ruby and you only say you have, let's see, you have like your 3 rows of people under you, like you have a distributor who has a distributor who has a distributor. Maybe that distributor down there like has a bunch of distributors. Maybe someone below you just like takes off, they go Ruby by themselves, they're killing it, but you're still like a Ruby, or you're still maybe even executive. You're not getting paid on all of your people until you go Emerald. You're not getting paid on all of your people until you go Emerald. You're making an extra 2% on every single person in your downline. I don't know if you can probably not read this on the computer, but this just says you earn an additional 2% payout on BV unlimited levels down through your 6th line to infinity and beyond. Callie and I just watched Toy Story the other day. But you guys get to Emerald because you're making money on every single person on your chart. If you're just not, I don't want to say just a Ruby, because you're never just a Ruby. That's a huge goal. That's a huge accomplishment. But if you're a Ruby, be pushing for Emerald, because if you're a Ruby, you're probably close to charting Emerald. You probably have more people under you, volume in like random places. Go freaking Emerald, because you're gonna get more money. Like that's why I like was like, holy crap, I need to go Emerald because I want that extra 2%. So just freaking take that seriously, because that can go a long way. And like I said, I don't understand the compensation plan fully, like in and out, back and forth on the, like but I know that when you go Emerald, you make more money. And when you go Diamond, you make more money. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about for the compensation plan. I don't think there was anything else on the Emerald stuff that I wanted to talk about. But yeah, let me just pull up what you need to do to go Emerald. And most of you guys have probably, I'm going to screen share again. Most of you guys have probably seen an Emerald chart before. Like, if not, if you're new, brand spanking new, that's okay. But I'm going to guess that many of us have seen an Emerald chart before. Maybe you have stared at an Emerald chart for months and you're very familiar with it, and you're sick and tired of staring at it because you've been staring at an Emerald chart for so long. But this is what an Emerald chart looks like. So like I said, I'm not going to go into depth about going Emerald, but this is what an Emerald chart looks like. It takes you, and it takes 1 ruby, 2 rubies, a 400 box here, and then 400 boxes here. So it's not anything crazy. We can understand it pretty well. Like I said, if you guys can go ruby, you can do anything, because what's promoting after ruby? Teaching other people how to go ruby. And you guys if you can go ruby, you can teach people how to go ruby. And that's where this like evolving to Emerald thing comes into play, because sometimes we feel like we are not capable of teaching someone something because we just doubt ourselves. But I'm like, you just did it yourself. Like, it's not that hard. I mean, it is hard. Leadership is hard. It takes practice, but if you can go ruby, you can go Emerald. If you can go Emerald, you can go Diamond. So here's what the important things. I'm not going to go into charting. I'm just going to hit like the main points. You need 1 ruby here, like I said, ruby here, ruby here. So say you're commission qualified, let's do easy math, and you have 200 BV. Your ruby here, they have to have 2,000 BV to go ruby. So there's 2,000 BV there, 2,000 BV there, and then we'll just say that this chick over here has 400. She's just at 400 club. So if I add up all these numbers just to see what my GV is total, it's, what is it? That's 2,000, 4,000. Like, what is that? Is that 460? Did I get that right? Anyone? Math? Okay, we're just gonna go with that. So this is your group volume. So I'll say all your boxes are filled, and like I said, I'm not going to promote the charting right now, but all these boxes are filled. I'm just highlighting them because all these people have what they need. They're commission qualified, or they need to be commission qualified. They're 400 club if they need to be 400 club. You are commission qualified. All the ducks are in a row, right? So here's the tricky part when you're going ruby and Emerald. Well, it's not tricky. It's just kind of a third step that has changed since I went Emerald. If you look right here, GV minimum, we need 5,000 GV minimum to hit ruby, or to hit, well, ruby too, but to hit Emerald and to hit Diamond, there's a GV minimum that you have to have. So if we add up all these numbers, it's not 5,000, right? So this extra like 4,000 can come from anywhere. This chick can be, maybe she's ruby too. You could have 600 in PVV. This person could have a bajillion extra volume. So that's just kind of the only thing that I have to say about charting for Emerald. And like I said, I did not know how to go Emerald until I went Emerald. You guys are not going to know how to go Emerald until you go Emerald. So this is the next thing that I'm going to talk about. You guys have to be, you're marrying your goals. You're marrying the decision that it took for you to say, yeah, I'm going to do this, but you know what? You're also going to marry your team. You are going to be there 1000% for your team. I know when I was going Emerald, I was like on top of those rubies, messaging them. And remember, I didn't push for the last 2 days of the month. Those 2 days of the month, I was constantly updating them. Hey, we're this far away. Hey, we're this far away. Hey, here's a post we can do. Hey, there's this. You're this far from being commission qualified. You're 1 more order from here. That's where it kind of turns into the evolving as a leader thing. You guys, you're marrying your goal, but you're marrying your team too. That's your downline, and that's also your upline. If you and your upline are working closely together, you will be unstoppable. Because say your upline, maybe your upline quit, maybe your upline is MIA, maybe your upline, whatever, you have uplines above your uplines above your uplines. Like you have support, and you can promote without an upline. All of you guys do because you're on here. But for some reason, say that you feel like you don't have an upline or someone doesn't have an upline, Jade promoted without an upline. But I'm just saying, like, the system that like our team has in place, I've never had someone pop Ruby or Emerald and like not ever talk to me. I want to help you guys promote. All of us want to help you guys promote. So you're going to get married to your downline, you're going to get married to your goal, and you're going to get married to your upline, because we're going to be walking you through every single step. Because like I said, I didn't know how to go Emerald until I went Emerald. I didn't know how to place people until I went Emerald. I didn't know how to do all the things until I did it. And you guys are going to be the same way. You're not going to know where to put these things, or it's just not going to really truly make sense until you do it. For you guys, when you go Emerald, it will make a little bit more sense, because you already went Ruby. So you're going to have a little bit more experience, but just remember, when those Rubies, they don't have any idea. So you guys are in the driver's seat here. You guys are the ones that, you're in charge of your own promotion. No one is going to do it for you. When you get to Emerald, maybe you guys have had a lot of help to get to Ruby, and I know that happens sometimes. Sometimes you get to Ruby and you're like, what just happened? I don't even know. You're not going to get to Emerald being carried by someone. You get yourself to Emerald. And that I feel like that's just like huge. And that's why I think this is such a amazing promotion, because you're just going to feel so much pride because you did this. You went Emerald. You took control. You were in the driver's seat. But yeah, so I think that's kind of all I wanted to talk about going Emerald. Pull up your promoting pants, get over yourself, throw your excuses out the window. There's no reason why you cannot do this, because sometimes we have this poor me story. I'm like, oh, I have this many kids at home. I have this going on, and freaking coronavirus is going on. I can't do this because of whatever. There has been someone before you that has went Emerald or Diamond or Ruby or Executive in a 12 times harder situation. We've had people promote while being homeless. We've had people, I don't even know. I can't even say some of these people's stories because it's literally just like, it's unbelievable. But be in this mindset of gratitude for what you guys have. Be in the mindset of gratitude for every single BV that you have. If you're starting from, say you're trying to go Emerald and you have 2 BV right now, be freaking proud of that 2 BV. Be thankful for that 2 BV. Do not be scared of the 4,000 that you need for this month, because guys, literally anything is possible when you just make that decision. And that just sounds so silly to me, like at first, like, make the decision and everything falls into place. It's true. Like, volume literally will fall out of the sky. You're going to have people placing orders that you haven't talked to in months, when you just make that decision. And you have to make that decision every single day. You have to be married to your goal, married to your downline, married to your uplines. Message your team every single day. Hey, you are this far away from getting mission qualified. You're this far away. Message your upline too, because sometimes we have a lot of charts on our desk and in our phones and or whatever. Be freaking excited and let your upline know that. I don't think Stephanie's on here because she's probably enrolling hella BV right now, but she'll message me like pretty much like every day, like, hey, I'm this far away, like minus whatever. And then I can know where she is and we're on the same page. So message your upline, tell them where you are. Most likely we know anyways, but it's just exciting to keep them updated. It's exciting to keep your team updated. You're going to be best friends with those 2 Rubies on your charts. And here's another thing. Sometimes you're going to have people, and we talked about this in the last Zoom, but just for the people that weren't on the last Zoom, you're going to have people that don't work. Not sometimes. You're going to have people that don't work. You might have a Ruby that doesn't work. But you might have 2 or 3 people under them that they put in the work. Sometimes you just have to push through and promote the people that don't work, because this is your promotion. This is your paycheck. Does that sound like selfish? Maybe not. I don't know. But this is your promotion. This is your paycheck. And you're going to let someone else stop you from making $1,000 a month? I'm not going to let someone stop me from making $1,000 a month. Sometimes we get so salty. Oh, I'm trying to go Emerald and this girl's not working, but I have to get her to Ruby for me to go Emerald. When you go Emerald and your eSuite changes and you get that $900 paycheck for the first time, you're not going to be thinking of the girl that you just made her $200. You don't know. That $200 could have completely just changed everything for her, and she was able to pay her bills that month and she was able to do all these things. You never know their situations, and sometimes it's really easy to be salty when you're trying to promote and you have to place volume and help these people who also don't want it, but it's gonna happen. And that's part of this evolving to Emerald thing, is you're gonna have to do these things. Would we love to have a full working chart? Would we love everyone to be on fire? Yes. Is that the goal? Yes, absolutely. Are we going to pour into the people that are working and are running with us? Yes. Are we going to constantly like dwell on the people that are not working? No. We're just gonna accept it as it is, and we're gonna move forward. And you can do anything. You can do anything with your team. You can do anything alone. If you have a working team, fabulous. If you have a not working team, you can still do it. It does not matter. I did not have that many working people on my Emerald chart, and I'll just show you guys. I think I might still have my Emerald chart from when I went Emerald, because I lost my double chart because I promoted at conference, but I still have. Okay, so this is my Emerald chart from when I went Emerald, guys. Like, you probably can't see anything on it, and the charts look different. Let's see. So you guys know Heather. Heather is not feeling well right now. Heather was a 400 box on my Emerald chart, and now she's a diamond, and she's going double diamond this month. How nuts is that? Let's see. I see Amber on here. Amber was a 400 box. Now she's a ruby. Abby was a 400 box. Now she's a ruby. And like I said, Heather was a 400 box. Now she's a ruby. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people on here that are not doing this anymore. But if I was like, man, and some of them were working at the time, but maybe no more than 3 or 4. If I would have said, I'm not going to go Emerald because these people aren't working, this entire ruby leg wasn't working. I remember this, like the people that are circled, actually, I remember it was either Ashley or Tina. We were talking about, like, I just went Emerald and what I needed to do to go Diamond. She's like, circle the people that are not working or were not working, and we'll go from there. And so I do remember that. There's a whole freaking ruby leg that's not working, guys. I circled that entire leg, and I did it anyways in 48 hours. And if I can do that in 48 hours, I'm no one special. I know sometimes we look at like a double or a diamond or even an emerald or a ruby, and we're like, they are a magical unicorn. Like, I can't do it. Like, I literally, like, guys, I'm not any more special than you. I have no more skill than you guys. The only like skill that has grown is just my mindset, and that's the only difference. I teach you guys everything that I know. I give you guys my scripts. We have the same things. It's just going to come down to your mindset and the work you put into it. So if you guys have a working team, fabulous. Run with them, pour into them, love on them. But if you don't, go freaking anyways. Do not wait on anyone, because that paycheck isn't going to make itself. Your team is not going to make your paycheck for you. You make your paycheck. You do it with or without them. And no one's going to care. Was I probably salty that I made December a $200 paycheck this month and she did nothing? I was probably salty at the time, but when I got my first paycheck as an Emerald, that was not even going to cross my mind. Not even going to cross my mind. And guess what? She has bought products. December has been a customer since then. She doesn't work anymore, but she's been a customer since then. But it all comes full circle. Yeah, I was very salty. And that's okay. That's normal. We're human. Like, we try to keep it together, but sometimes we just can't. We all get salty, but don't let it stop you. Don't let your salty stop you. Okay, I'm going to stop this. I'll wait if there's any questions, if you guys have anything you want to say about going Emerald. Diamond's going to be pretty short because a lot of it is kind of what we've already talked about. So if you guys have any questions on going Emerald, let me know. I'll wait like 30 seconds, so type quick, and then we'll get going. Let me see. I think I have my diamond chart in here too. Wow, this one's way prettier. And that's what I'm gonna show you guys, this difference. All right, I'm gonna end this. Okay, so the 8,000 GV maintenance, that's a really good question. I meant to talk about this and I didn't. So you need 5,000 GV minimum to promote. Like I talked about, I showed you the chart. That's like the numbers you need to promote. So then after that, to stay paid as Emerald. So say you promote to Emerald and then you just stop working and you don't have any all your BV drops, you stop working, you don't keep growing, you're not going to get paid as an Emerald. So if your volume drops down to like what it was as an executive, you're going to get paid as an executive. So maintenance is the word that they say to, like, say you're maintaining a rank, or you're just your volume is the same as what it needs to be. So there's two ways that you can maintain your rank. One is the same way you promoted, having all those boxes filled and literally the exact same. There's another way that you can maintain your rank, and that is by like a what do they call it? Maintenance volume, I guess. um, to maintain by volume, you just need, it doesn't matter where exactly it is in your boxes. So say you have your Ruby pieces out and they're not working and that Ruby side kind of fell apart, but there's still like volume under there. Maintenance volume is saying that you can maintain Emerald, you can still get maintained Emerald without having all of these boxes filled. You just need 8,000 group volume total. And then there's some like different little things, like only half of it can come from one side. So let me like, I'll explain it more on the diamond one because it'll make more sense with the diamond one. But basically, to get paid as an Emerald, you either have all these boxes checked in your 5,000 GV minimum, like your rubies maintained, their rank, and you maintained your volume, or things, say you're just popping people left and right and not all boxes are in gear. There's another way to maintain, and that's just by having a certain amount of volume. I hope that makes somewhat sense. Like I said, I'm not green. I like literally can get confuse myself on maintaining sometimes, but it's just another way that you can get paid as an Emerald. The first time you go Emerald, you have to have all the boxes checked, but then to continue to get paid as an Emerald, you have some options of how you can continue to get paid as an Emerald. So, all right, I'm just going to stop this